Hi, my name is Jasmine Ellington. Norway is considered one of the most beautiful countries in the world. Towering mountains and fjords, rushing waterfalls, and deep valleys of green make Norway a beautiful country to visit. Norway is a country of northern Europe that occupies the western half of the Scandinavian peninsula. Nearly half of the inhabitants of the country live in the far south, in the region's capital, which is Oslo. Norway's population is 5,352,000 and has a population projection of 5,945,000 in the year 2030. Norway is a constitutional hereditary monarchy. The government, comprising of the Prime Minister and the Statsråd, which is the Council of State, is nominally chosen by the monarch with the approval of the Storting, the country's legislature. I found this information in a peer-reviewed article written by Jan Christensen and colleagues that was published on Britannica, last updated on April 17, 2020, entitled Norway. The main languages in Norway are Norwegian and English. Old Norse, also referred to as Norse or Norsk, is a more ancient language that was spoken by the Vikings in and around Scandinavia. So now that you know a little bit more about Norway, I want to introduce you to some holidays that are celebrated there. Norway has many holidays throughout the year. I am going to share with you what Norwegians wear and eat during the holidays that they consider to be very important. On festive occasions, especially on Constitution Day, commonly called 17. Mai, which is May 17th, the date of its celebration, folk costumes called the bunad is worn by men and women. Women wear colorful jackets, scarves, and double shuttle woven wool skirts or dresses. The bunad for men generally consists of a three-piece suit that is also very colorful and heavily embroidered. Fish dishes such as lax or salmon and torsk, which is cod, are popular during the holidays. Lutefisk, which is cod soaked in lye, is common during Jul, the Christmas holiday. Sour cream porridge, dried mutton ribs, boiled shrimp, meat cakes, girdle cakes, a sweet semi-hard cheese made from a cow's or goat's milk, and other wildlife are also popular traditional delicacies. Another part of Norwegian culture are, of course, the Vikings. The Vikings were warriors, hunters, traders, and most commonly raiders and pillagers. From around 800 to the 11th century, a vast number of Scandinavians left their homelands to seek their fortunes elsewhere. The Vikings also believed in Norse mythology and maintained that warrior mentality. I found this information in an article written by several History.com editors that was published by History.com on June 7th, 2019, entitled Vikings. In AD 793, an attack on the Lindisfarne monastery off the coast of Northumberland in northeastern England marked the beginning of the Viking Age. The culprits, who were most likely Norwegians, who had sailed directly across the North Sea, did not destroy the monastery completely, but they did um, rock the European religious people to their cores. Um, by the mid-9th century, Ireland, Scotland, and England had become major targets for Viking settlements as well as the raids. Vikings gained control of the Northern Isles of Scotland, Shetland, and the Orkneys, and the Hebrides, and much of mainland Scotland. For several decades, the Vikings confined themselves to hit-and-run raids across coastal targets in the British Isles, particularly in Ireland and Scotland, and the rest of Europe, which is the trading center of Dorstad, 80 kilometers from the North Sea, also became a target after 830. Giant stone cairns marked the old pathways once used by Viking traders to find their way across fog and heavy snow. I found this information in an article written by Henrik Reiser-Leibel and Christine Hausler that was published in the New York Times on April 16, 2020, entitled Warming Climate in Norway Reveals Relics of Ancient Viking Trade Routes. So, as you can see, there are many reasons why Norway is considered to be one of the most beautiful countries in the world, both in nature and the rich culture of its people. By experiencing the nature, holidays, and reviewing the ancient history, you can clearly see that the pride that Norwegians have for the country. The pride of Norwegians during their ancient history has endured and will continue to endure because of their resilience, resourcefulness, and warrior spirits. Thank you.